Hi, welcome to The Angry Show. My name is Brandon Bishop. As you know, I would like to introduce you to a new friend of mine. Who's that? Who's that? This is Falkor. Now, Falkor has had... If you're complaining about your life, you need to stop complaining about your life. This dog has got a lot less years than us humans do, and in those years, he's gone through some stuff. Now, before we play the flashy rock and roll intro of this whole deal here, and we get to the actual meat of the Angry Show, I'm going to warn you that when we come back, I'm going to show you some pictures of Falkor not too long ago, and I'll explain what happened to him and what has happened to him since. But we are talking about the simple subject of animal cruelty on this episode of the Angry Show. And I'm not going to yell and scream and cuss and all that stuff like I normally do. Falkor has, some anxiety issues and everything. I don't want to stress him out. So, yeah, animal abuse, Angry Show. He seems to really like these things. They're really not that bad. Oh, is this yours? Is this yours? Get that, get that, get that. Okay, like I said, I'm going to show you some pictures of this very dog not very long ago. And if you are squeamish, I guess if you don't want to see gory and just awful things, then don't watch it. Fast forward. And then once you see my face back here, which is also squeamish and awful, then stop and hear what I have to say if you don't mind. Okay, here they are. I'm not going to say enjoy, but here they are. Yeah, that was you, wasn't it, huh? You had some rough times. Thankfully, one of my very best friends, one of my I don't want to say oldest friends because she's younger than me, but you know what I mean. One of my longtime friends, her name's Brandy, took this dog in. It was rescued. Falkor was a bait dog. What a bait dog apparently is dogs that fighting dogs train on. So basically, this face right here, you can still see, some of the scars. They would let dogs that are trained to fight, which is awful in its own right, for those dogs, practice on this dog. Now, can you even truly imagine that? Okay, imagine, put it in a humanistic form real quick. Put it in a form where, let's say UFC fighters out there with knives are training by beating up your teenage kids, or beating up on you, or beating up on someone you love, beating the shit out of you, cutting you up, biting you, scratching you, tearing your flesh apart, and making you look like the pictures that you just saw. Put that in a humanistic form, and really, in the grand scheme of things, humans, dogs, tables, cameras, it's all the same DNA strands, just slightly modified to make other stuff. So it's really not that much different than, like I said, a human going out there with knives and practicing cutting up another human. But humans don't have cute faces like Falkor. It's sick. And I know me talking for 10 minutes about animal cruelty probably isn't going to change anything. Sarah McLachlan's been doing it for years over her sad music, and it hasn't really changed anything. What I would like to do, instead of trying to change the world, is just call you out if you're doing that. If you're doing that, if you're the guy who's throwing kittens into a... What was the guy? The guy with the kittens. He was... Well, I'm getting a foot lick. I wouldn't do that. I've been walking around LA. Anyway, and that's animal cruelty right there. If you're torturing animals, I don't give a damn if it's just stepping on insects unnecessarily, shooting birds out of trees, kicking your neighbor's dog off your lawn. Here's the thing, I'm going to call you out. I'm not going to tell you to stop because you're not going to stop because you're an idiot. You're an asshole. You're a piece of shit. And usually when people are idiot, asshole pieces of shit, they're always an idiot, asshole piece of shit. Some of us grow up, some of us don't. But I want to call you out after I give Falkor a treat. How many of these am I supposed to give you, huh? I don't want to give you too many and make you all fat, like me. There you go. He's like, okay, I'll take one more. That is a beautiful, friendly, sweet, awesome dog. And I'm kind of a cat person. I hate to say that to you. I am. I'm a cat person. Don't be mad at me. Don't be mad at me for being a cat person. But you are adorable and beautiful, and I love you. And I'm going to miss you. I'm in LA right now visiting friends and shooting TV shows. But I get to meet Falkor, and he's a highlight of the trip for me. Okay, here's my call out to you. And it involves everybody watching. Don't just... And you know what, this is going to sound completely wrong. It really is. It's going to sound terrible. But I saw a video from, I believe it was in Russia, where some guy was just punching this dog in the face, kicking the dog around, pulling on its ears and tails, and being a violent douchebag, and just holding the camera like I am right now, and just poof, poof, punching this dog in the face. And then there was a video that followed it, where some guys were beating the shit out of that guy. Now, normally, it's very irresponsible to do that. But this is the Angry Show, and I'm Brandon. I'm known for being somewhat irresponsible at times. So I'm going to do that right now. If I'm not able to do it, then maybe you're able to do it. If you know somebody who treats a dog like Falkor has been treated, find that person. Make their life hell, whether it's physically, emotionally, or mentally. Make their life a living hell. Now, seriously, now that I know this dog, if someone was to ever treat this dog poorly again, you wouldn't stop me from coming out here to LA if I knew where it was happening and who was doing it. You're done. Everything that you know as far as your life goes, everything that makes you happy, everything that makes you tick, everything that you do on a day-to-day basis will change at my hands, or especially Brandy's hands, because she's a badass bitch. Let me tell you that right now. I'd be more afraid of her than me, personally. What you see over there? See a bird? See a bird? Sweetest dog ever. Look at that face. Here, you want to do the Angry Show? Because people are sick of seeing my face. How about you do the Angry Dog Show? But you're not an angry dog no more, are you? You got some like things going on up here, but you're perfect. Don't ever let anybody tell you otherwise. You're a perfect dog. Okay? I'm gonna lick his face. He's so cute. I think that's how dogs show affection. They lick each other's faces, and let me smell your butt and lick your face. I don't think so. Anyway. Okay, now don't get yourself in trouble. Don't put yourself in harm's way. But do whatever it takes. If it just takes calling the police and making sure that these people are taken care of, then just do that. But make their life hell. Make sure you do to them what they've done to people. Dogs like Falkor, animals, period. And like I said, this is very irresponsible of me to say this, to be violent, to be aggressive, to be that angry. And this goes for, elderly people, for, battered wives, battered husbands, children especially. This goes for everybody. Give people what they deserve. Pay them back the way they've been treating others. Give them exactly what they've been giving. Hurt them. Like I said, emotionally, financially, mentally, physically, hurt them. I know this is coming off wrong, and I don't care. That's not what this show is about. I'm not about being politically correct, even though I'm here in Hollywood where everybody seems to be politically correct. You can't say the wrong thing to the wrong person. But I'm saying what I think is the right thing to a bunch of the right people. If somebody's abusing an animal like Falkor, if somebody's abusing anybody, being a bully, being a big idiot, douchebag, piece of shit, hurt them. Find a way to hurt them. Like I said, it doesn't have to be physical. You might not be able to hurt somebody physically. Find a way to do it emotionally. Come up with a strategy. Give it some thought. Figure out a way to ruin their freaking life. Let them die penniless and emotionally broken. And, if possible, hit them in the face with a baseball bat, because that always works. I mean, you have to kind of cheap shot them a little bit. They can't be expecting it. You don't want them to get their hand up and block the baseball bat, because you want that full baseball bat, the meat of the baseball bat, right? I want Louisville Slugger imprinted on their cheek. Yes. Seeing those pictures made me angry. And since I have a show called The Angry Show, and I'm Brandon, and I can do this with my eyes and get you kind of, like let you know the emotion that's going on in my head and still try to keep a hint of humor going on. It's just really sad. And I think it's time where what we've been doing to cure this type of thing, and we'll never completely cure this. Right now there's a redneck hillbilly in Alabama beating his dog and his wife at the same time. Right now there's some gangbanger treating a pit bull, probably in this town here somewhere, how to fight and hang itself from a grip or whatever. This stuff is always going to happen. There's always going to be cockfighting, which I don't care. I eat chickens, but it's still a little cruel. Somewhere there's awful things happening within a mile of you in every direction. And all I'm saying is, if you see it, if you see somebody slapping their kid in a Walmart, if you see somebody slapping their wife around their trailer park, I don't know why you're hanging out in a trailer park. If you see things happen, don't just pull out your phone. I mean, yeah, absolutely pull out your phone, or tell somebody else to pull out your phone, but step in, yell, call the cops, call somebody. We're all policemen here, okay? Don't rely on just the ones that wear the shiny badges and the little blue suits. We are all policemen. We have to police each other as a human race. We have to police each other as a society, as a community, and make sure that things like those pictures that you saw of that beautiful dog never happen as much as they can possibly never happen. They're always going to, but we can cut it down. Just by being vigilant, just by being aggressive, just by opening our mouths and not shutting our eyes. So, with that, I'm going to go play with that puppy. I'm going to scratch his ears until he can't take it anymore. I'm going to give him some more treats. I'm going to give him a snuggle before I have to leave LA. And this has been The Angry Show. I'm Brandon. Thanks for watching. Doop, doop.